Virginia. Thank you so much for joining us on another exciting episode of Tag TV Newspaper Review. And with me today on the Newspaper Review is Mr. Victor Sioko.
Boom.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you. I'm excited too. How are you? How's Nigeria?
Yeah, I'm all right. And Nigeria, I think Nigeria is good.
Yeah, we pray it will be good. But thank you so much. So to kick off with the newspaper review, we are going to start off with the Daily Sun newspaper. The major stories are no 1 week sit at home in Southeast IPOP. These details of the story to be picked at page number 29 of the Daily Sun newspaper review. Tinubu talks tough on security challenge, charges service chief to fix problem, demands synergy among NSA. Senate reps resumes today to elect principal officers. Details of that news can be picked at page 26 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Presidential poll, President INEC kick as hot admits European Union report in articles petition. Tinubu APC open defense on article today. Details of that news can also be picked up at page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. So, I'm particularly very interested on the U2ME's poll. Anambra government investigates Ejikeme's JAMB results. So, Mr. Victor, what's your take on this? Because, in Nigeria, we have this norm going around that, school na scam. And of course, this has questioned the idea of credibility. Why should I study hard? What's the point? But the fact that the federal government, state government, is taking serious critical actions into investigating this particular situation. What's your take on this?
Yeah, it's a big shame, and it's a big mess both on both parties. Okay, be it Ejikeme or that's Mmesoma Ejikeme. Actually, I know her more with Mmesoma than Ejikeme. Okay, so it's between her and the JAMB. Okay, and I think down to her school too. Or one might be like, why are you involving the school? Because people are now trying to, will I say, throw bottles on everybody involved. Okay, a whole lot of stuff's happening right now, but somehow you begin to wonder, why is it that nothing seems to be working very well in this country?
Yes.
Okay, because in Senate clients will not be having, will I say, shameful reports like this.
Yes.
Okay, could it be from the girl? Could it be from JAMB? That is just the case right now. Mind you, yesterday the news came in. It came in so hot, and the people were like, "Wow!"
Yeah.
And many persons out there did not really want to listen from the other end,
Yes.
from the other party, which is Mmesoma. But now, so yesterday from the afternoon till evening, it was more like, why would JAMB do this to this girl? Why would JAMB do this to this girl? Because she came out to let us know her own side of the story.
Yes.
Okay? But
So-
all of a sudden, after the release, her releasing the video and all that, all of a sudden, this morning, as early as 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
JAMB came out with their own counter. And I think that counter was higher than what I expected. Because, Nigerians were like, JAMB, you people again. Why are you doing this to a minor? Yes, she is 19, but why are you doing this? Don't you know that she's traumatized? Yes, she came out even with the report that she's traumatized. Okay, with the whole thing.
Yeah.
But JAMB now came out and said, see, we'll get to the root of this matter. We are solidly behind our findings that this girl that is talking about this cheated, that the result slip that she brought out is fake, that they are going to stand on their ground, and they were even going to invoke 3 years ban on her. In fact, when I got that report, I was like, this matter don't pass Gary.
Yes.
And for the fact that they also came out to say this is not just about Mmesoma, that there was a candidate about 2 years ago that even went to the court to say that JAMB gave him a wrong score after giving him a high score. They went to the court to the extent that the person had to even withdraw the case. It was a 2 billion damage case, but the person went and removed the case from the court. Okay, and they are even following up as in they are going all out.
All out.
But let's also not forget. Let's also not forget. I'm not trying to paint Nigeria in a bad space or in a bad shape, rather. But see, these things happen. Do you know how many politicians Let me even use the politicians that are out there with fake results.
Actually.
Do you know how many public servants that are out there with colossal, as in from primary to secondary to university, fake results?
Yes, and these are people representing us at the
Yes.
highest level of government.
So when I got the news yesterday, to be very frank with you, and due to the antecedent, due to the past news that we've been getting about fake results, and see, I'm a living witness. I've seen people fake their results. Are you getting me? So Nigerians, most Nigerians like me, reacted that way. See, this could be, it could be that this girl even faked her result. So, but later in the evening, you see the mood of Nigerians. People are like throwing shades on INEC, and I say INEC, JAMB and INEC, and I said you are now more like even bringing them together,
I was going to bring that up, like
comparing both parties. But at the end of the day, yes, we also allow the case for the police to investigate properly. But on my own, too, why are they even involving DSS? I still have an issue with using DSS. Is the DSS, are they the people in charge of a case like this? This is about security. Are they saying that this is about security? This is about this is more like a civil issue, so they should leave it for the right
so on that note, I'd like to ask, so what's the role of the media in all of this? Because you see, the media is out there to communicate with the publics, right? We just give them we give the public any information they want to listen to, and they bite on it and they take it. So now that everyone is against Mmesoma and you know what happened, now I think should the media, what should be the role of the media in all of this right now?
In all of this, just the media should say the truth.
Okay.
Deliver it as raw as it is. Allow the analyzers to analyze. Okay? Leave the message. Let the people carrying the analysis to do their work. It is not also, it should not be in the interest of the media to concoct the message. Okay?
Yeah.
Just like how the Bible is written, just leave it that way and allow people to take their options and to take their sides in this matter.
All right, thank you so much for that. So moving on to the next newspaper, Daily Trust, we have Taj Bank sets new record, pays dividend in 3 years. Presidential Tribunal admits European Union's election report against INEC Tinubu. Renewed rice smuggling threatens local production. Details of that news will be picked up at page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Tinubu's security chiefs, you must deliver. Now moving on to the renewed rice smuggling threatens local production, Mr. Victor. I would want to know more about this, particularly because, you know, was it wrong for the previous administration to put a ban on the importation of foreign rice, right? So, and if your answer is yes, so why then did he reopen? Why did the president reopen the borders? And I mean, we're now having the issues of threatened local production, which means that local industries are suffering from the importation, smuggling, not actually importation. Because when you say importation, that's like legal importation, right? So, what's your take on this? Do you think the borders should be closed to save local industries?
Yes, the border. For me, that was a right step for the past administration in 2015 to close down the border. Yes, we felt the impact. There was so much hunger, but will you allow thieves to dominate your state, to dominate your country? In the country, yes, I understand that we have land borders covering about 4,000 kilometers around the country. Which human being will be able to guard the borders? Are you going to build walls like Donald Trump? Do you have that capacity? Even if you build those walls, are we not in Nigeria that people will even fall those walls down to pass through?
No limit to what is possible.
Are you getting me? So it was right, for me, it was right to close down those borders. Okay? But yes, it caused so much hunger. No two ways about that. But on the other side, it also cost production with respect to rice and other food in Nigeria. But unfortunately for us, insecurity did not also allow us to breathe. Okay, did not allow the poor to breathe. Right? So it was good initiative by my own thoughts and my own analysis that it was good initiative. Why am I also saying that? Because that also helped farmers, even the local farmers out there. Okay? You find out that many rice companies were there, so more jobs were created. Okay? But I expected the government to do something.
Yes.
And that thing they were supposed to do was to find a way to subsidize the cost of production of the rice. Because see, even in the building industry that I belong to, there are materials that are produced in Nigeria. But those materials that we work with, they are more costly than the ones that were imported from China.
Okay.
And you now ask why? Cost of production in this country is expensive. Are you talking about the petrol that you will use or the diesel that you will use? Or are you, because electricity is not there? Are you talking about the mode of transportation that we use to transport our stuffs, which usually by roads, and those trucks we use diesel, and many of our journeys are longer than when you use a train, and the train, you know that the train will the cost of transportation with trains are cheaper. That is also what is happening in China, why many of their goods are cheap, because their train system works so well. What about our waterways? We are not even using our waterways that the Lord has blessed us with, that God has blessed us with. Okay? So you find out that when you gather all these factors together, our products get expensive. So that was why you see some Nigerians will be like, why will you say that they will bring rice? Foreign rice, as sweet as foreign rice, as long as foreign rice. But at the end of the day, local rice is more expensive than foreign rice.
Yes.
The reason why, as at now, foreign rice seems to be, higher in terms of price to local rice is because of it's being smuggled. And you know, when you smuggle something, just like drugs and any other thing you smuggle, the price becomes premium because of the act of smuggling. Yeah. But now that they've opened up the border, I bet you, foreign rice will now be way cheaper than the local rice. That was what was happening. Abakaliki rice was more expensive than foreign rice before 2015. Okay. Are you getting that? And okay, look at the good thing about blocking the borders. You find out that rice like Abakaliki rice, that you have so much stones.
Yes.
We are no more. Nigerians now find means to process their rice without stones. Before, to eat Nigerian rice or local rice, you first guide yourself.
Yes.
Pack plenty water and they swallow you stone and sand.
Yeah.
Okay? But due to what has happened, the blockade of that made us Nigerians we were pushed. Okay? Mind you, sometimes even to make success, you need to be pushed. You need to be you can't sometimes be successful under comfort zones. You need to be uncomfortable. And that's what happened over this time. Now that the new president has come and has opened the borders, for me, it is not the solution here. Okay. Like for me, those borders could have been closed. Yes. Another thing why they closed those borders was also for petroleum products not to leave, but the petroleum products were leaving. Yeah. Not until now, subsidy has been removed, now the border has been. But in terms of food, my dear, we will see the impact. In fact, oh God, I'm not trying to give expo, but yeah, I know some persons out there will be waiting to buy the next bag of rice. They are waiting there to let the price come down so that they will launch and buy foreign rice. Yeah. Okay. But also, let's not also forget that some of our rice in Nigeria are so delicious. Yes. Okay? Yes. I know you are nodding your head.
Let us inquire. Yeah.
No, they are so delicious. Okay? Basmati, Thai rice. At the end of the day, you still find out that our local rice, when you cook it well, especially when you are cooking local, as in cooking rice the local way, not rice and stew, the local way. Okay. Are you getting with palm oil? Oh my God, with good pepper. You cannot compare it can you cook that kind of rice? Can you cook that kind of rice, our local rice, with basmati rice? No. Your rice will just be looking at you with a funny face. Are you getting me? Yes. So we really need to. I don't see it as a good idea. Okay, why do I? Let me conclude with this. Why do I say that? Because before 2015, before Buhari closed down the border, in Thailand, it was recorded that Nigeria were the #1 importers of their rice. Yes. We ate their rice more than them.
Can you imagine?
Yes. So imagine the monies that we have saved, the forests that we have saved by not spending money in buying people's rice. See, I was even shocked that in my place, Delta State, in Opanam, that we could grow rice. My dad grew rice in his farm, and it worked. Oh, lastly, During one good thing that Buhari regime also did was the Anchors Borrowers Forum, or the scheme, Anchors Borrower Scheme, that monies were set aside by the CBN, not even the Ministry of Agriculture, by the CBN to support farmers that were growing rice and other crops, or majorly for rice farmers. And that, my dad, well, he told me he got the loan. Was it loan or was it grant? One of them. But the impact came home. We felt it too. Are you getting me? And the rice did well too. That was how these monies were also distributed. But yes, the money was hitting about 1 trillion in 8 years. That money also on its own, if you check with the impact, I think 1 trillion was too much with the impact that was felt. If I should go a bit of politics, I don't want to discuss politics today, but if I should go a bit of politics, you find out that even the CBN governor, Emefiele, if he's the motivator, will say that you find out that that money was not well spent.
Yes.
1 trillion naira, we did not really see that impact, mind you. Okay? Our processing plan, we were supposed to have plenty more processing plan, not just by its numbers too, processing plans that we are really processing. Are you getting me? Many of them shut down. Nigeria built up to 18 or 21 processing plants between 2015 and now. But right now, they are not really functioning the way they should. Okay. Now, lastly, going political in a way, that 1 trillion naira, could it be the reason why Emefiele was being sponsored by farmers to buy the APC presidential candidates form?
Okay.
1 trillion. So if you ask, oh God, this is Nigeria. I'm not trying to. Thank you very much. I'll stop here.
All right. So yes, you heard from Mr. Victor. It's extremely important that we patronize made in Nigerian products because we are also part of our own problems. So that's how it will be on that. And so let's take a quick commercial break. We will be back. Stay with us.
Hey there! Are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying there with us. And moving on to the last section of the newspaper review, we will be reviewing the Guardian newspaper. APC crisis governors NWC parley ahead of INEC meeting. Economy awaits Tinubu's fiscal direction as uncertainty trails forex liberalization. Details of this news will be picked at page 8 of the Guardian newspaper. Police warns against use of other lines as servants. No consensus on principal officers. Election as Senate resumes. PEPC admits European Union report. CNPP backs observer mission as TMC knocks federal government INEC. Details of that news will be picked at page 4 of the Guardian newspaper. And finally, 40 years anniversary, the Guardian at 40. So, Mr. Victor, what have you to say about the 40 years anniversary celebration of the Guardian newspaper?
So remarkable.
40 years.
So remarkable. 40 good years since 1983 till date, running a company. It is no beans. Okay? And I bet that, the founder, that's Alex Ibru, he has done his time. He has moved on. New management running the company. And they are churning in content. They are representing the dream of the owner, of the founder, Alex Ibru. There's one good thing I like about the Guardian, and some persons might not agree with me. Some persons might not agree with me. I see Guardian as the best newspaper.
Okay, certainly is.
I see them as the best newspaper. One might dispute it, people and their choices. One might say the Punch. I think we have 3 major newspapers in the country. Guardian newspaper, The Punch. Oh, I'm coming. Oh, you're looking for my trouble, but I'm not here to look for somebody's trouble.
All
The
right.
Guardian, The Punch, and This Day.
Okay.
My first three. I don't want to speak about others.
All right.
Please.
So these three and the others.
Please. Oh, you are the ones saying that. I don't want to speak about the others. So why do I say that The Guardian, I see them as top there? They are not the oldest, but they make content
Connectable, relatable.
to me. Why do I say that? For The Guardian, let me make this short differences about these three papers that I mentioned. The Guardian, they target the elite. Okay. Oh,
Very important.
they target the elite. If you like, call me elite. If you like, don't call me elite. They target the elite, and the kind of content that they release, I find it so nice. Okay, it satisfies me. Okay. For the Punch, would you believe that the Punch is business oriented? As in, they do content based on financials and money. Some persons might disapprove this, okay, but that's the kind of content in as much as, yes, they still do sports, they still do storytelling, they do a whole lot of storytelling like the BBC right now. They can get somebody and tell a story about the person. They can do short documentaries, fine. Now this day for me are good with lifestyle. They are telling the news, but in lifestyle, they are the champions.
Okay.
So let me not talk about the other ones, okay?
Okay.
So one cool thing about The Guardian is that how would you run such a company that faced so much tribulations, especially in the 90s? The Abacha regime was not fair. Yes, many other companies felt their heat, but The Guardian felt so much heat that Alex Hebrew was almost killed.
So unfortunate.
Yes, he was almost killed. In fact, the assassination attempt, when they shot, because they shot him, and his eyeball fell off his socket and was dangling.
That was the time.
Yes, the man almost died because of reporting news. Are you getting that?
Yes.
And for them to continue, keep pushing. Oh, what about the case of youth development? What about in the case of training the young persons out there? Are you getting me?
Yes.
And see, let's not also forget, one might be like, oh, The Guardian, The Punch, these are big newspapers. Oh, they are making so much money. See, these guys are not making so much money.
Okay.
Yes.
They are not.
They are not. You might think that, oh, they are adverts, they are making money out of adverts. See, adverts cannot even run those big companies.
Okay.
What runs major journalist or press companies are funds. Funds from NGOs, funds from the government, because the government also needs this news for them to document everything happening with the country. So these press companies also act as libraries
Okay.
for the government.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, you also need to tell your stories. These are more like these companies are more like museums in sheets, in paper form. Now the good thing with the internet space now, it has brought digitization to these companies, and they are also, yes, making some funds out of the internet and also spreading their information,
Benefits of modern technology.
yes, through that medium. But at the end of the day, it is not a child's play. It is not a child's play business. Why am I saying that? Because of our experience with what we are doing here too. Okay, we're almost 2 years, and you can feel for somebody that has been consistent
That's
for
just
40 good years.
cause for celebration.
My dear, it is not a small feat.
Definitely isn't. So, do you have anything to say for those who want to venture into this same space? Having said that, being in this business of media is tedious, it's challenging, it's deadly. Should anyone dare to venture into it? Should they? All right.
Sure, but you need to be strong.
need
No,
to
you
know how
cannot chicken
strong.
out because
How strong?
Yeah, you
So
need to be
let's
strong like a hurricane.
Oh, a
Yeah, like a
hurricane.
tsunami. Because man, you face the challenge, you face the government, you face taxes, you face staff welfare. You come on,
Okay,
that's
that
a
means
lot.
you need to be
Equipment.
passionate.
No,
You
no,
need
no,
to be,
no.
you
If
need
you
to be
no,
passionate.
you'll be playing now. Why can't you? And it's not just about. See, life is not also being passionate about something, and you don't have the energy to fuel the passion, my dear. I'm sorry for the person.
It's a dead end. So big congratulations to the Guardian newspaper. We from Staff Studios, we are also celebrating you. Thank you for giving a voice to the voiceless. Okay, and that brings us to the end of the newspaper review today at TAF TV. My name is Aubi Iwese Georgina. And until we come your way again next time, stay blessed.